Come in! The door is open! So this is love. So this is love. This is what makes life divine. I'm all alone. And now I know the key to all heaven is mine. My heart has wings. And I can fly. I'll touch every star in the sky. So this is hello. Oh my, you look so beautiful.
Oh dear, I didn't talk to you about costumes, did I? Whatever are you dressed as?
Well, I didn't have anything, but my aunt and uncle took me to a Kmart, and I'm a princess.
Oh, you are. I see. I didn't get it. I thought you were a child dressed in her mother's clothes.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I wasn't really expecting to go to a costume.
No, that's quite evident.
So what are you dressed as?
What am I dressed as? You can't tell?
Well, I think so. Are you that silent screen actress from the old movie who lives in the mansion and says, "I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille"? Oh, well, what's her name?
No, I'm not Norma Desmond. Although when I'm around you, I feel like her. She must be reading my aura.
Well, I'm sorry, I never really saw the movie. I just saw the clip where she says, "Ready for my close-up." So what are you dressed as?
I'm dressed as Snow White. The Walt Disney version.
I never saw Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Is it like The Little Mermaid?
No, one's about a mermaid, the other's about dwarfs.
I see.
Now, since I'm Snow White, I feel all the other people going to the party with me must relate to Snow White. You see, like that. That's Grumpy, one of the seven dwarfs.
Doc!
Right, Dog. Another one of the seven dwarfs.
Nina, you look lovely.
No, she doesn't. She looks like a child dressed for Halloween. I'm afraid I can't have it.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't have the right costume. I guess I can't go then.
Masha!
No! No, Nina, I'm not saying that you can't go to the party. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really being a bully, aren't I? Oh, but when you're my age, whatever that age is, you get used to having your way. Oh, I suppose I'm monstrous, but lovable monstrous, I hope. Oh, plus the good news is I have an extra costume that does relate to Snow White. And if you'll just put it on, then we'll all be very happy. Now wait here. I have to ask Spike where he put it.
I can't wait to see what he's wearing.
Really? Why?
I can't wait to see what everyone's wearing.
Okay.
What's he going as?
He's going as Prince Charming. Oh, it took a long time to convince him, so everyone tell him he looks sexy. Not you, Nina. Vanya, you tell him. I'll be right back. Thank you, Nina, for being so cooperative.
I wonder what costume she has for me.
I'm afraid I know. I believe you're going to be a dwarf like me, Dopey.
Well, I'm just so happy to be included.
Good.
I'd love to be around artistic people who create things, who value the arts, who act.
Well, Masha obviously fits that. I'm afraid Sonia and I are just two lumps on a log.
Oh, I don't see it that way. I feel you both have hidden reservoirs that just haven't been tapped. Or secretly you're creating things and not telling anyone.
Well, it's remarkable that you should say that. I have been writing something, but I haven't told anyone, not even Sonia.
I thought so. I had sensed it. Is it a TV pilot?
No, It's a play in progress. And I was thinking about that play that Constantine writes in the Seagull, and it's all very experimental, mysterious, and I can never tell if it's supposed to be a play ahead of its time or just a play that's rotten. So I thought I might like to write my own version of it, and but set it to now and see if it would be any good or not.
Oh, well, I'm so honored you told me this. I feel certain that it's good. I always feel so sorry for Constantine when I read that play. They were so mean to him.
Well, life is hard for everyone, I guess.
You remind me of my uncle, only nicer and more artistic. He burps a lot and doesn't speak very much. But you don't burp much that I've noticed, and you're quiet, but then you speak when spoken to. May I call you Uncle Vanya?
If you like.
Let me do a reading of your play tomorrow, for everyone.
Oh, no, I don't know if I want everyone to hear it. It may be terrible. I mean, I wrote something when I was little, and my father joked and said it was pathetic.
How is that a joke?
Good question.
Let me read it tomorrow. Either privately for you, or the braver option for everybody.
All right. I didn't expect to befriend you.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
I thought you were going to be more Spike's friend.
Well, he is awfully handsome.
Yes, I imagine he is.
Isn't it terrible that attractive people are just so charismatic?
Yes, terrible.
We finally found it!
You said she didn't have a costume. She's wearing a costume.
Oh! Well, it doesn't go with Snow White. Nina understands.
Well, I think she looks pretty.
It doesn't matter if she looks pretty if it doesn't relate to Snow White. We all agreed Snow White was the theme.
None of us agreed to it.
Shut up!
Oh, it's perfectly all right. I want to wear whatever makes Miss Hardwick happy.
Oh, thank you, dear. Go get the paper bag for her head, would you? No, I'm just kidding. Please call me Masha.
Oh, thank you.
Now, why don't you go change in the bathroom off the kitchen?
Right.
Well, that's the size of the closet.
No, she's a small girl. I'm sure she'll fit fine.
I'll be out in a minute.
Now, Vanya, how do you think Spike looks as a prince?
I think he looks very good.
What else?
He looks sexy. No, for the full effect, maybe he should go in his underwear.
That's what I said.
You have been in your underwear entirely too much today. Oh, let's not argue. Oh, I'm turning into a Harvey. Let me change my aura. Everyone be quiet a moment. Oh, I feel better. Life is good. Oh, and Spike, you look wonderful as Prince Charming.
Thank you. And you make a hot Snow White.
Mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? Is it me, Sydney? Tonight, let it be me.
What is that you're doing?
I am the evil queen from Snow White, is played by Maggie Smith on her way to the Oscars.
Maggie Smith has nothing to do with Oh, never mind. I give up. It's fine. You're the evil queen. That's what I'll tell everyone.
As played by Maggie Smith on her way to the Oscars. Oh, Sydney, do you think I'll win a second Oscar? I've already got one for Miss Jean Brodie. Little girls, I am in the business of putting old heads on young shoulders. But it would be so lovely to win a second one. My first is so lonely on the mantelpiece. Do you agree, Sydney? Will I win tonight? Tonight, let it be me, Sydney.
Sydney. Oh, Sydney Kowalski.
It's Stanley Kowalski, not Sidney Kowalski.
Sydney, I may have to get a little drunk before they read the nominations. Don't go traipsing off, leaving me alone. Not tonight, Sydney.
I don't what she's doing.
Sonia is doing Maggie Smith from California Suite. And in the movie, she plays an actress who's married to a gay man named Sidney, played by Michael Caine. And in the movie, they go to the Oscars together.
That's right. In the film, she plays an actress nominated for an Oscar who then doesn't go on to win it, poor thing. But in her real life, she was nominated for an Oscar and then went on to win it. So, the nominated actress who lost became the nominated actress who won. It was all rather Perendelian and rather cheeky.
You look very good tonight, Sonia. I think we should switch costumes. I'm joking. I'm making a self-aware joke about how competitive I am. Spike, go to the kitchen and see if Nina has gotten caught up in a doorknob or something. I don't know why I thought going to a costume party would be fun tonight. Every time I come to this house, I get unhappy.
Oh, speaking of the house, the storms have been getting much worse. Cassandra says it's climate change, so we're all going to be dead in 10 years. But in any case, we need to get the roof repaired.
Oh, I've been meaning to tell you. I decided to sell the house. I mean, I pour all this money into it and I'm never here, and neither of you have money to put into the house. And Hootie Pie nicely offered to look at my expenses, and she pointed out I'm pouring all this money into this old house I hardly ever go to.
I can't believe my ears. We grew up here. Our roots are here.
Well, let's not be sentimental. I still make movies, but they don't pay me what they used to.
Sonia, beware of Hootie Pie. Wasn't about the costumes. It was about selling the house.
Oh, Masha, don't let Hootie Pie cloud your judgment. Don't throw away the house that we love and that we've lived in all of our lives. And what about the cherry orchard?
What cherry orchard?
We have a large cluster of cherry trees that bloom every spring. Do you not remember from childhood?
Oh, slightly, I guess. Aren't there only like 9 or 10?
They are an orchard!
Lower your voice, they're only trees.
Masha, so you're going to sell the house and put us out on the street?
Nonsense! You can get an apartment.
But this is our home.
Oh, goodness, such fuss. I shouldn't have mentioned it now. Forget about it. Let's just go and enjoy the costume party, all right? Spike, hurry up! Do you wish to ride with us?
No. I think Sonia and I will take our own car.
Yes, that sounds fine. Look, stop looking so upset. Financially, I have to be practical. Now, let's just forget it for now and go have a lovely time at this party, all right? Spike, hurry up! I'm going to the car.
What was Masha yelling about?
She's waiting for you in the car.
Oh, okay. I'm coming!
I feel so fortunate. You guys are so nice to be here. Can I ask you something? How do you think I look?
I think you look wonderful.
Really? Oh, thank you. And Sonia, you look so beautiful. Your costume is so much better than the Snow White one, I think.
Yes, I think I have one up there tonight. She has ways to win in the long run, however.
I sense sadness. Don't be sad. Life is wonderful, isn't it? Uncle Vanya. Dear Sonia, this morning I woke up with no hopes for my artistic endeavors, but by this evening I have a chance of an agent through Spike, and I'm going to a party with a world-class actress and movie star. Oh, life is like a long, long pathway through the forest, filled with millions of surprises ahead. Artistic fulfillment, fame, fortune, love. Do you agree?
Sure.
Yes. Yes, all those things.
Hey, don't get in the car! I don't like waiting for people. People wait for me, okay? Not the other way around.
See you at the party!
Masha is selling the house, and she says, let's go enjoy the party.
I know. We gave up all those years taking care of our parents, but forgot to make a life for ourselves.
God.
Do you want to skip going to the party? We could see if there's a cake in the kitchen and eat the entire thing and then roll about the floor until we pass out in a sugar-induced semi-coma.
Oh, you're remembering how we spent last New Year's Eve here? That was fun.
But I don't want to do that tonight.
We are dressed in costumes.
Oh, we'll never leave the house.
I say, let's go to the party, Sydney.
What's the matter with Masha?
I hope she had a good time.
She was talking to a lot of people. I assume she was enjoying herself.
No, for God's sake! I don't see why she doesn't walk home. Doesn't she just live next door?
It's dark out. She followed it in.
She's young! It wouldn't hurt her!
Masha, stop calling out the door that it's okay if Nina falls in the ditch.
I didn't wish it on her, I just thought, well, if you were going to drive her to her door, why didn't you do it when you drive her in your car and now you're going out on a second trip?
I just drove through first, not thinking. What are you afraid of? Do you want to go with me as I take Nina to her door?
No, of course not. And I'm not afraid of anything. Oh, just don't be long.
I'll be right back.
All right, darling.
Don't wait up.
I just don't see why he didn't drop her off first, you know what I mean?
None of us thought of it. I mean, she left from here, so it seemed logical to bring her back.
Wait a minute. Did he just say don't wait up?
Did he? I'm not sure.
Yes, he did say that. I'm surprised you didn't fall down and hold on to his foot.
What?
When he said don't wait up, I thought you would say something.
No, he must have said something that sounded like that. I mean, he's just taking her next door. It couldn't take longer than 5 minutes.
Well, maybe he'll be invited in to meet the family. Maybe she'll offer him a cup of tea or a brandy, and it can take a very long time to sip a brandy. And then they'll have a very long conversation.
What is the matter with you today? You're so awesome.
Don't fight, you two.
I just feel nervous about it. He said don't wait up and on.
Well, maybe he didn't say that. I'm not sure what he said.
Oh, everything seems wrong today. And I'm going to give Hootie Pie a piece of my mind. The Snow White costume was a big bust. Nobody knows the Walt Disney version anymore. So they had no idea who I was supposed to be. And Nina, that nasty, grasping young girl, asked me if I was Norma Desmond. And so did that little Bo Peep. And several people thought I was a humble figurine.
People seem to like my costume.
Well, Sonia, don't be so happy about it. You're happy at my expense.
Am I? Am I only allowed to be happy when you're happy? Is that one of the rules of being around Masha?
Let's unwind and not argue. I'm going to make some tea for all of us, so stop talking about upsetting things. Think calming thoughts.
Can it be sleepy time tea?
Yes, it can.
Ooh, I love sleepy time tea.
I prefer caffeinated tea.
I'm sorry what I said about Spike taking Nina home. I don't know what he said. I think he mumbled. I hope you'll be back very soon. I don't want you to be unhappy.
Thank you.
Though you don't care whether I'm unhappy since you want to sell the house out from under us.
I pay all the bills and it's too expensive.
Fine. Fine, and I will take prescription sleeping pills and kill ourselves. Will that make you happy?
You enjoy complaining! too much to kill yourself? You'll go to your grave complaining. You cheated on your costume tonight. You said you were going as the evil queen, but no one got nearer from you. They got damn Maggie Smith winning a fucking Oscar. If you had gone as a dwarf, my costume would have worked. Snow White needs at least 3 dwarfs for the costume to make sense.
Oh, stop talking about your costume. I'm sick of hearing about it.
I should have called up equity and hired 7 equity actors to be all 7 dwarfs. And then you and Vanya would just stay off.
I'm glad we went to the party, and people liked me, and I had fun. Yes, they did. Did they, Sydney? Oh!
I should have known better than let you choose your own costume. Anyone who wears a tiara and the sequence is always going to be the winner.
Masha, you have won in so many ways throughout your entire life. Can you not survive one night where I wore a costume that people like better than the one you wore? Not even for one night? Are you willing for me to outshine you?
You often outshine me.
When?
I don't know. When I'm not here, you outshine me. Besides, it's unimportant who prefers whose costume at some stupid party. I'm just having a hard time, do you mind? I'm getting older. 5 marriages didn't work out. I had this young man, I thought, but he seems to be lusting after Nina and at least 5 other women at the party. He's clearly oversexed. I'm just feeling old and vulnerable. Forgive me for having feelings.
Well, I have feelings too. I'm unhappy too. Your 5 marriages failed, but you had them. My relationships with men are limited to, here's your change, ma'am, at the supermarket. I took care of your parents. Vanya and I did. And we never left because we didn't know how to leave. We became numb after those 15 years of taking care of them.
Well, I'm sorry you felt numb. I was working so I could pay the bills.
And then they both got Alzheimer's. His was worse. He was always taking off his clothes and going to the neighbor's garage and sitting in their car naked until they came out to use it. We were always apologizing for him.
It's all in the past. Get over it.
You just left us here. I tried to reach you, but you were always off filming in Morocco or something. After a while, they stopped recognizing me, but they talked about you constantly. Where is Masha, they'd say. She's off filming a fucking movie, I'd say. And they would then say, oh, how wonderful, she's so pretty and delightful. And then I would change their diapers, all the while thinking, why isn't Masha here?
I was paying the bills.
I was paying your bills!
I paid for the house. I paid for the doctors. I paid for the food. I paid for the snow plowing. I paid for the lawn care. I paid for the heat, the electricity. I said you brought the monthly stipend because I knew you couldn't work and what you were doing was hard. And I'm sorry if you hated taking care of them. Somebody had to earn the money, pay for it all, and it was me.
I didn't say I hated it. I said it was hard. And sometimes I liked it. Well, they needed me. They needed Vanya. I was so sad when they died. Sadder than you. You didn't even cry at the funerals.
I hide my feelings.
Nonsense! You parade your feelings. You put them on display, on stage and in film. It's exhausting to be around you.
And you exhaust me. Your self-pity exhausts me.
And I'm glad my costume stole your thunder. I'm glad people liked me as Maggie Smith and thought I was fun. I liked that. But so what? My life is pointless. I haven't lived. You haven't lived.
Well, I have lived and made all my money and messed up all my relationships, and now I have nothing. No one loves me. I have no future. My life is over.
What's going on here?
I haven't lived.
My life is over.
Now, whatever is the matter?
My life is empty. I forget something every day. I can't remember the Italian for window or ceiling.
Well, window window is fenestra and ceiling is soffitto.
That doesn't sound familiar. I don't think I know Italian.
Well, you haven't got it then, have you?
You're giving her all the sympathy. Give me some.
All right, I'm sorry you're upset.
I can't remember things either. I can't remember why she keeps leaving.
Oh, no, you're just feeling blue.
Our lives are over. Vanya's too.
It's true. Let's cry some
Listen to that silence.
It's lovely. True silence is the rest of the mind. It is to the spirit what sleep is to the body, nourishment and refreshment.
Who said that?
I don't know. Maybe it's from a play I was in.
True silence is the rest of the mind.
Is that the call? Oh, it is!
Oh, you're all up.
Spike! Darling! Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I was afraid it'd be longer. Oh. I'm not eating. I'm just glad to see you.
It is nice to be honest.
Oh, you are, darling. Come, let's go to bed. I don't want to forget that horrible party and the stressful day. Sleep in ecstasy.
Ecstasy. Well, I'll try.
Good night, you two. And don't forget, true silence is food for the brain. Oh, I forgot. Never mind.
I am so exhausted.
Have some tea. You were so outgoing at the party tonight. You spoke to many people.
Many people spoke to me. I enjoyed myself.
I was amazed to see you so animated and friendly.
Well, I think we can thank Maggie Smith for that. And the dress. Masha is right. Sequins are a girl's best friend.
Well, you made quite a hit.
Guess I did, but it wasn't really me. It was because I was pretending to be somebody else.
Or the more sanguine interpretation was that you found a different part of your personality and released it tonight.
Don't be the household Pollyanna. One nice evening in 30 years doesn't count for much.
All right.
Now the tea's lukewarm.
Do you want to throw it on the ground?
No, I'm too tired.
Oh, that's good. Oh, God. What are we going to do about the house?
I am a wild turkey. I haven't lived. I am a wild turkey.
Me too.